Good morning, good afternoon, evening, good night to whoever, wherever, whenever you are. You guys are doing well. It is the first of, and it is late. It is late afternoon where I am. And yeah, you guys are doing well. It has been a long week, and I do not believe in karma. I don't believe in karma. Because this is why I don't believe in it. I grew up, pretty sure I'm not the only one, has been told, conditioned, however you want to call it, that if you do bad, you will be punished. If you do good, you get rewarded. So karma is like, well, if you do bad, what around goes around, that kind of thing. So if you do bad to someone, that's going to come back on you. If you do good to someone, that's on you too. Good karma versus bad karma. Well, I've been in situations where I've done good things. I've gotten the short end of the stick. And I've seen where other parties have done bad things and they have good things happen to them. Like, for example, I remember eating out with my mom, and we were about to leave. I said I went to use the bathroom. So I go to use the bathroom, I come out, and my mom basically took $5 from my wallet, from my bag, and instead of asking me, hey, do you have $5 so that way we can pay for the tip? Asked me that, she just went ahead, and I said, why did you do that? You should have told me. Why didn't you know? Oh, come on. $5, blah, blah, blah. I said, that's not the point. That's the principle. If I was going to pay, okay, cool. Let me, just don't go in my stuff. That's not right. And we go outside and I $1. Everyone goes, look at that. Good karma, huh? $. If it was $20, okay. $5, $10, okay. All I got was a lousy $1, missing $4 more to make it $5, and I still got the short end of the stick. Yeah, that's why I don't believe in karma. Because every time, because like I said, if you do, you get punished. You get bad things happen. You do good things should be happening to you. Yeah, that doesn't happen. Talking to someone that I knew, I can't remember what the conversation was, but I said, I said something. They go, yeah, can always work. And I said, yeah, which is why I don't believe in. Anyway, next week, Mortal Kombat is coming out May 8th. I'm going to go and see if I can catch it that weekend. That way it's just easier. Second, has any of you guys noticed, and I actually just did an experiment trying YouTube. So the browser that I use is Microsoft Edge. And then, of course, I do Google Chrome. Well, I had noticed, and I just started about maybe a month, close to a month ago, that YouTube on the app, and the app it's fine, but if you use YouTube on your desktop or your web page, the audio lag really bad. It's now getting worse and worse. So I told someone about it, and they suggested I use a different web browser. If it's the web browser itself, then because they asked me, well, what about your computer? How's your computer doing? And I said, well, when I play songs on my computer, off my computer, it's fine. There's no lag, there's no glitching out, there's no lag, no nothing. I said, well, maybe it's the browser. Try Google Chrome, see what happens, and then you find out. Well, I did the experiment and Google Chrome's doing the same thing too. And they said, well, if it's not your computer itself, it doesn't seem to be the browser itself, and the other browser's doing the same thing too. That just goes to show that it's YouTube itself. Because my computer's updated. My computer's off Core Intel, which is Windows. And yeah, it's run on Windows. I don't have Macintosh or anything like that. It's run on Windows. It just updated a few days ago, and it's done its thing. So it looks like it's just YouTube on the website, the actual website, not the app. Because when there's no issues. And I do apologize. On my end, it looks like my camera is lagging as we're talking. So if it is, I apologize. It does that sometimes. Like I said, my computer just, I don't know if it has something to do with that. Or maybe, because I'm doing the video, I'm noticing it. Or maybe I don't notice it either. Maybe you guys don't see it. If you guys do see it, you know why. Yeah. So, yeah. There's no guarantees, but I feel like I should say something. So, for those of you who have been following me, whether on Instagram or YouTube, you guys knew that I did a documentary on Resident Evil. Project Biohazard, Resident Evil love story. And it didn't seem to get much love at the convention that I was a cosplay guest at, which I did a panel for. And worked out very well because it was on a Sunday, which I did not pick that. But it was on a Sunday and not many people came. It was only 4 people that came. Yeah, it's better than nothing, but it's just like it didn't work out. So something, hey, go to these other conventions, email them. They do panels. If they do, ask for a panel spot. So I did that. I did it to like 4, maybe 5 conventions that are upcoming. Now, the convention straight up said no, it is only reserved for celebrities for a Q&A. There was another one that I got. Unfortunately, they were full, but they said that they hoped that I would come to them next year because it seems that I have a good concept. There was one that had panel spots for application for panels, but that doesn't go live until June. Now, I will admit that I wasn't expecting much of answer because that's my luck. Usually I'll ask a question and it's either avoided, ignored, or just left there. So I was expecting complete no's or mostly towards no responses at all. I did do an email to the one that doesn't have applications until the 20th to see what would happen. Maybe they can give me a jump start. But I haven't gotten anything yet so far. Not only that, it only did Outlook. It doesn't do Google, like Gmail, which is weird, but it is what it is. And then, and then I did this other one for Retro World Expo. And I've been there before. That's where I went to see the OG Resident Evil actors from the first ever Resident Evil game. No, it wasn't Mila Djokovic. It wasn't. So, and it's pretty big. It was one of my favorite conventions I went to. I emailed them asking if they had a panel spot, and if so, this is what I want to do. I wanted to show it there. I gave them everything. Get an email back, basically saying, "Thank you for the. I'll discuss this with his team, and we'll let you know." Cool. They're going to discuss cool, I'll get a yay or nay. I haven't gotten anything yet. That was about maybe a week or two ago. So, okay, I got something. Now, there's no guarantee. It wasn't a yes, but it wasn't a no. They're going to discuss. I gave them everything. Gave them, for the document, the promotional, this. I gave them this, but I got rid of this part. So it's just, again, this part. I got rid of that part. And then, like I said, I gave them a trailer for it. That way they can see I'm serious about this. At the same time, it's about a video game. And this is a video game. This is a Retro World X, which is video games, based on video games and stuff like that. And so, cool, great, it'll work. What happens? That is taking place in September. It is May. I was about to say March, but it is May. So I have July, August, September. So there's 4 months until September. At least, 4 months until September. Or 3 months. Either or, there's a good amount of time until then. So hopefully I will get something sooner. That will start asking questions, Alright, okay, cool. It's gonna be for the whole weekend, because it lasts for 3 days. 3 days? Yep. Friday through Sunday. Friday 12 a.m. Saturday, Sunday 10 a.m. Yeah. Is it? Oh, for early access, that's what it is. But for actual showtime, yeah, that did. Okay. Anyway. So, I would have to be asking, is it for full 3 days or do I have 1 day? If it's on Monday, I would like to request that it be on a Saturday. Friday, like a Friday night, afternoon kind of thing, ends at 8 p.m. Well, not too much, but just enough where there's people still there. I would prefer Friday because that's the weekend and Fridays people work. So in September, people are in school or in college or work. So I asked that, is it for the whole 3 days or is it 1 day? If so, I would like to request a Saturday showing of that. So there's that one. Also, I'm only there for the panel. If I'm only there for the panel, okay, cool. After the panel, I bounce. Right, so am I there for the whole 3 days? Am I there for just the panel? When is the whole panel? Those are the questions I will be asking. Do I need to pay a fee? Because, you gotta pay. Usually when you reserve a spot, you pay a fee. So those are all questions I will be asking. Do I need to fill out an application? Which I'm supposed to, but do I need to fill out an application? So can you please send me the application, or where can I find the application? Those are the questions I will be asking if I do get a yes question. If it's a no, there's no need to be asking questions if it's a no. So what happens? There's no guarantee. I'm not saying yes, I have it. I'm just saying there's still a chance. There's still a chance for me to have it. If that doesn't work, I have it on June 20th. I might have to go to where I need to go to do it. You gotta do. I can do that because I know people who went to work and they locked themselves at their bathroom to get a Steam Deck because once it hit live. Only to pre-order it or something. Like, damn. And I get yelled at. Stupid stuff. Come on now. Come on. People are acting all high and mighty and saints over nothing. You're not fooling nobody. You're not fooling nobody. Bull crap. Yeah. So anyway, just a heads up of what's going on. Hopefully I get something fast. Yeah, you gotta do. So, So, happy Friday, guys. Hopefully, you guys are having a good time. Be safe out there and enjoy your weekend.